My new coworker is amazing, but now I feel like I'm emotionally cheating on my husband.
Oh man, the conversations are just too good.
Hey Reddit, long-time lurker, first-time poster. I could really do with some advice as I don't have anyone to talk to about this. I hope I'm writing this in the correct way. So for some background, I, female 31, am married to B, male 33. We'll call him Brad.
I was gonna say Ben.
We've been together for over 13 years. He's been my first in everything in life.
Okay.
In the beginning of our relationship, things were great, and we've built a comfortable life together.
Nice.
I guess with the years, things have become a little stagnant.
Uh-oh.
But I just assumed that was the natural progression of marriage. I mean, what, 13 years? Things are gonna go up and down in 13 years for sure.
That's all right.
Naturally, the next step we've been considering is children.
Okay.
And we've not been not trying, but we've also not been going out of our way to make it happen. So basically just a normal relationship.
Yeah.
However, I am seriously considering going back on contraception because of a new relationship which has begun to unfold. And this is where I need the advice.
I need some birth control now.
And you're like, now that I have a new work relationship, I need birth control. By the way, this comes from user Throwaway Bro J on the r/OKstorytime subreddit. So, 6 months ago, a new woman started at my workplace, J, female 30. Let's call her Janine.
Okay. You keep up with
Janine. All right, we've got a Janine. She had come in on a temp role to cover a maternity leave. She became popular with the team. She's very chatty, warm, and likable, and fitted in right away. We quickly became very fast friends.
Nice.
We hop desks at work, but I noticed whenever we were working together, she would always take the closest desk to wherever I was, and vice versa.
Okay, you guys worked great together.
So you guys were just always little desk buddies. Wherever
Nice.
you guys were
Okay.
always sitting next to each
Okay.
other. Okay. I started to find myself getting that a little bit more excited about going to work because I would get to see her. Wow. There's never a dull silence when we're together. We are always laughing, giggling, and just having fun. We take lunch together and have been for after work drinks. We take lunch together, have been out for after work drinks together, and she's just that best friend that I've never had before.
That is nice to have that kind of best friend.
Yeah, well, I think maybe OP's realizing that she thought her best friend was her husband, and now it's Janine. This is what a best friendship feels like. Even growing up, I was quite shy, and I always envied my little sister with her outgoing nature and having a huge group of best mates. We also have a friendship outside of work.
Nice.
She invited me for a hike a few weeks ago and more since. I've been craving to go hiking for so long. Brad won't go with me. I asked him once for my birthday if we could take one hike. He said he would organize something. He didn't. We had ended up in the pub all day, and when I asked when we were going for my birthday hike, he said he couldn't be bothered. On my birthday!
Dude, he's got a drink.
Since becoming friends with Janine, we have done lots of outdoor things together, which I've always wanted to do, but have been too shy or afraid to do alone. We message a lot and have confided in each other.
Ooh.
I have told her that my relationship with Brad feels stale and that he doesn't want to do anything together, and if I suggest something different, he just says that I can go without him.
You know what? I'm getting a picture of a mountain with a lot of snow on it, and as you were talking like a yodeler, there will be stuff coming off the mountain, as in snow.
So your yodel conversations are going to start an avalanche of feeling.
Yep.
Yeah, I think as you...
That's. I had that picture and I had to say it.
Yeah, you're the landslide.
Yep.
You're Stevie Nicks right now. He just wants to drink at the pub, watch TV, or chill at home. Boring. I don't mind that sometimes, but I want more. I like being outside and being busy. I've confided in Janine that all the things we are doing together are things I wish Brad would do with me.
Dang.
She has always extended the invitation, but he always says no thanks. Obviously, as our friendship has deepened, I've found out more about Janine. She returned home after living in Australia for 2.5 years. She was in a pretty serious relationship out there with another woman, K, 29. However, Janine had to return home because her father passed away suddenly. The relationship breakdown was tough for Janine because she had to face the sudden death of her dad, but also finish her relationship with K.
Ooh.
I have found myself thinking more about I have found myself thinking about Jay more and more and talking about her more and more.
Okay.
Why is this all bold? Oh, God.
It's important. It's important, Dakota.
I guess so. Okay, well, this is just all going to be bold. I've found myself thinking about Janine more and more, talking about her more and more. One of my friends even made a joke that I have a crush on her.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I'm sure that won't progress into anything. The small group I was with all laughed and agreed. I, of course, played it off, and I felt embarrassed because maybe I had talked about her too much. But it got me asking myself, do I have a crush on Janine? I find myself thinking about her often, and I feel those flutters when I'm going to work, and I know I'll get to see her or get to be a bit giddy when we are together. I feel those flutters when I'm going to work and know I'll get to see her, or I get a bit giddy when we're going to meet up. I hug her a little bit longer when we see each other and when we say goodbye. I get excited when I see she's messaged me. I have even dreamed about her. Bro, you have a crush on her.
Yeah.
100%. You have a crush on her. You like Janine.
Ooh.
I wonder if she's ever had like a female crush before.
She's probably new on a lot of fronts.
She's been probably straight coded maybe her whole life.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, she definitely is, because she said that Brad is her first everything.
Yeah, true.
And they've been together for 13 years.
And now they're kind of roommates.
Yeah, and now they've progressed into roommate situation. A couple weeks ago, it was my birthday. It fell on a Monday, so not a very exciting day. I'd already arranged with my parents to see them the following weekend for belated presents and cards. My husband was extremely busy on Monday. He said he had a big meeting. Anyway, I didn't get an acknowledgement, a card, or a text. Wow. Husband, 13 years. How you dropping the ball on birthday?
Hey, he took her to the pub last year. Come on.
I took you to
Come on. That was big.
We went to the pub on your birthday a year ago. You want me to do something else now?
I gotta do this every year? Gosh.
It's your birthday every year?
Maybe, OP, you should be looking for how much you're asking and stop.
Yeah. Come on. So anyway, I went to work. Janine had already arrived and handed me a gift bag and a card. Inside were some of my favorite chocolates from a handmade place down the road, which is well known, that I love. Aww. Also not cheap, and and a few other very thoughtful and personalized little things that only someone who knows me would think to get.
Aww.
Sounds like she knows you a little bit better than your husband does.
That's very sweet. My heart is warmed.
I love that this person is you have such a good relationship with this person that it's really making you question your actual marriage.
Oh, yeah.
This is amazing. She even took me for lunch and got me a little cake from my favorite bakery. Dude, this is your wife. This is your new wife. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is your wife now. You have to be a wife.
Yeah.
I didn't tell her about my husband, but when she asked I didn't tell her about my husband, but when she asked what were our, his and my, plans for the evening, I didn't know what to tell her. I just made an excuse and moved on. Ooh.
Whoa.
When I drove home that night, a little part of me had worked up the expectation that perhaps he had arranged something special for when I got home. Maybe even a surprise party. I had even stupidly convinced myself that this was the case, so much so that I was really excited.
Let's go.
When I walked through the door, there was nothing. Not a dang thing. He was slobbed out in front of the TV drinking a beer. He even had the audacity to say, "You're a bit late, aren't you? What are we having for tea?" Wow. This guy completely whiffed on your birthday, OP. And he happens to be your husband.
That's crazy. I was hoping maybe there was a surprise birthday at the pub.
Yeah. No surprise. Nothing. Absolute nothing all day.
Dang.
At which, what are we having for tea translates to, what are you going to make? I told him, forget it. I'm going out. He turned to look at me and was so pissed, saying that he'd had the worst day at work and was starving. I didn't say a thing. I just got in my car and drove off.
Dang.
I drove straight to Janine's.
Uh-oh.
Needless to say, she was very surprised when I rocked up, but welcomed me with open arms. We cracked open a bottle of wine and she ordered a takeaway, and she got a few giggles out of me once I had calmed down. That's so nice.
That's nice.
Hey,
yeah.
Janine's getting the giggles flowing. All right.
If you can.
Hard to have a bad time with Janine.
You know what they say. If you make her jiggle.
If you make it jiggle.
If you can make her laugh and giggle, you can make those cheeks clap and jiggle.
Very classy. It's a very classy line out of Big Protein over here.
Hey.
If you can make her laugh and giggle, you can make them cheeks clap and jiggle.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, she didn't badmouth my husband once. She just listened. My phone started blowing up, and it was my husband. The apologies. So it looks like the penny had finally dropped. My mom was also calling, so I put two and two together in that she had reminded him what day it was. So he didn't even remember it was your birthday.
Oh my
gosh.
Dude,
Mom had to remind him.
Oh, come on.
The rest of the week, I was flooded with flowers and gifts from my husband, which is his way of apologizing. He offers to do the things that I enjoy doing and the works. We have the weekend at my parents' to celebrate my belated birthday, but it all feels a bit fake and awkward for him. But it all feels a bit fake and awkward from him.
Oof.
At some point, the topic of kids gets brought up, and my husband proudly exclaims, "It shouldn't be long," and winks around the table. I feel sick.
Ay, ay, ay.
And so here I am. I know I'm already emotionally cheating on my husband with Janine, and I don't even feel sorry. The more I think about it, the more I realize how neglectful he has been of me. How I do everything in my power to please him and make him feel special, and all the sacrifices I've made and that I make to make him happy and valued. And I have had nothing in return for literal years.
Ugh.
I mean, yeah, you're describing what sounds like a dead marriage.
Yep.
In the space of a few months, Janine has made me feel more special and wanted than he has in the last 5 years, and without even trying, I think.
Dang.
And if I'm being honest, yes, I do have a crush on her. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Straight out with it. Well, I don't know about straight, but definitely out with it. She really does give me butterflies and a giddy buzz that I've never felt in my life. I find I'm thinking about her, missing her when I'm not with her, and I feel crazy for feeling this way, but I've never felt like this about anyone ever. Good for you, OP. You're falling in love. Congratulations. I don't know what to do. Even if I did split, ooh, God, I'm getting sweaty. Even if I did split from my husband, there is no guarantee Janine will even feel the same way. Yeah, that is kind of scary. Maybe she's just being nice.
A risk.
I know she's still hurting from her ex, and maybe she just sees me as a friend. Or maybe she has been what I needed to see that I deserve more. Or do I continue on with my husband? I really, really try to make it work, even though I feel like I've tried everything. And this change for a week or two. Or do I continue with my husband? I really, really want to, or do I continue with my husband and really, really try to make it work, even though I feel like I've tried everything and things only change for about a week or two and then slip back into the same old ways? Do we have a baby? Would it bring us together? No! Don't have a baby to save the relationship. That's ridiculous. I don't know. I'm so sorry for the babbling, but I'm at a loss. I have nobody I can speak to about this, so even one tiny comment could help me right now. I will try to answer any questions. Thank you.
And we have some info coming up.
Yes, we do.
So 2 school of thoughts. 1, your relationship with your husband. I think we already know he's complacent. There's no effort on his side. And I feel like there would be more of a spark if he would give a little bit, Because you're willing to give back, but you
Yeah.
just get nothing to work off of.
If he did literally anything that you enjoy to do with you,
It
sounds like you might.
OP would be giving you the
Yeah.
attention and it'd be fine. She's
It's-
just looking to give someone life, and no one around her is giving her life except for
Janine.
Janine recently.
And it just so, maybe you and Janine have been soulmates all along.
And my other school of thought is with Janine, maybe you feel like, not saying like you don't have a crush on her, but I think you feel guilty for having an emotional affair with her because you have just connected with someone that is willing to connect with you.
Yeah.
And that's why you're feeling like
Yeah, it's like you're
the bar has been so low and you're finally with someone that'll like actually talk to you and you're probably like, wow,
Yeah.
I can't wait to have a conversation with someone that'll listen to me.
Yeah, the bar for emotional bonding between you and your husband became so low
Yeah.
that just having a good deep connection with another person is making you feel like, oh man, I'm cheating on my husband because I'm feeling things. It's like maybe you just don't feel anything for your husband because he's not really showing up for you.
He's not showing up for you. And I don't think it is. The emotional affair is where you are looking to see the Janine more than your husband. That's where I think the emotional affair is. Confiding in Janine and talking to her, that's just like best friend stuff. It's like, hey, I'm dealing with this stuff. Can you hear me out?
Yeah, I think having like the butterflies
Yeah, that
being
is.
like, I'm actually more, I don't even care about going to work. I just care about seeing Janine at work.
Mm-hmm.
That could feel a little bit like emotional cheating. But let's get into this. Let's dive a little bit more into this information here. We've got some additional context. I've tried to communicate with my husband numerous times that I'm unhappy with our life. We tried counseling 3 times, but each time he quit, saying that it was a waste of money and that he's happy. So
You just need a TV to be happy, dude.
yeah, this guy's an idiot.
You just need a pub and a TV and you're fine.
I've literally begged him to do some of the things that I like and to meet some of my needs, and he'll try for a week or 2 at most, maybe a month, before we fall back to the same old tempo.
And when he messes up, he loves bombing you like crazy.
Update! Full-blown update.
Oh boy.
I am emotionally cheating on my husband with a woman from work.
Uh-oh.
A lot has happened over the last couple of weeks,
Okay.
but overall, I think things are moving in a positive direction.
Okay.
I wanted to thank everyone for your advice, good and bad. It really helped motivate me to where I am now. Hey, sometimes you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. Okay. I sat down and had a conversation with Brad the next evening. It was a very long night. The long and short of it was that I told him I wasn't happy and why, and that I hadn't been. The long and short of it was I told him I was happy. I wasn't. The long and short of it was that I told him I wasn't happy and why, and that I hadn't been for a very long time. He pretty much deflected everything I had to say. A few of his choice lines included, "Why can't you just be happy? All you do is moan," and referring to the birthday incident, "I've proved how sorry I am. It wasn't that big of a deal." Classic just being like,
Dude, come on.
actually, your feelings are the problem, not me.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah, why don't you just change the way you feel about everything in your life?
Yeah, just bottle them up or just drink a bottle. Come on.
He refused to go back to therapy, saying that it was a waste of time and money. For this guy, it might be, because I don't think anything's getting through a head this thick. I didn't feel like I was getting through it at all, and eventually admitted that I had to, I had started to develop feelings for someone else.
Oh, wow.
He immediately jumped to the conclusion that I slept with someone and went ballistic. Well,
Dude, you didn't even...
I
understand that.
it's kind of a fair thing to jump to when you say that, but at the same time,
You're not listening to your wife.
he had wasted quite a lot by this point, and he had wasted quite a lot by this
You had
point.
been wasted?
Maybe I'm gonna say he had drank quite a lot by this point, and he smashed a few things in anger. And to be honest, it frightened me. Things being smashed in your proximity is frightening for sure. It took me a long time to convince him that I haven't slept with anyone, and when I felt like he was listening to me again, I explained that my feelings had developed purely from someone who was meeting my emotional needs and the needs that he hadn't met for the last 5 years, and I listed said examples.
They took me out on my birthday. They acknowledged me on my birthday.
I don't know if it was down to the drink, but he got incredibly nasty, calling me names, continuing to smash things, and accusing me of sleeping with people, and then started grabbing stuff of mine and throwing it around, I think to insinuate packing up my stuff to leave. Wow. Guy sounds like he's gone off the deep end.
Uh-oh.
I called my mom to pick me up. My decision was made. I was done. Good for you. Good for you, OP.
Yeah, that was toxic.
With or without Janine, I was done. I've been staying at my mom's ever since. My family went to retrieve my stuff. Brad has been blowing up my phone, flip-flopping between calling me every bad name under the sun to begging me to come home and saying that he'll do whatever it takes. But he told me everything that I needed to know within the first 30 minutes of our talk. Yeah, man. Once you let the genie out of the bottle, you can't put it back in. Yeah.
The Janine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Janine. Oh, once you take the Janine out of the bottle. Oh, that was good.
There we go.
High five. The last 11 days have felt very surreal, but overall, I'm at peace with my decision. My friend is helping with the legal stuff.
Let's go.
Good friend. So, on to Janine. She has been supportive and kind. I almost told her how I was feeling a few times, but she said some news herself. Her ex-girlfriend has been trying to reconnect with her to see if they can give it a second go. No. No.
Dang.
No. Janine's ex is offering to come to the UK or wants them both to go to New Zealand. I don't really know where Janine's head is at. I do know that she's hesitant for many reasons. Whether I'm one of them or not, I don't know.
Ooh.
I really, really want to shoot my shot, but I'm absolutely petrified. I really, really want to shoot my shot, but I am absolutely petrified. I truly do believe there is something between us. I just don't know.
Dang.
Should I just tell her or should I leave it and let the situation with her ex play out?
Nah, dude. Oh, wait.
There's another update.
Wait, was there?
There's a TLDR here. Husband and I separated, unsure on if I should pursue a relationship with the woman from work. And we do have another update. What do we think is going to happen?
You have to shoot the shot.
You absolutely have to shoot the shot.
And don't shoot it like Devin Booker. Shoot it like Michael Jordan.
Now, hold on.
Shoot your shot like Michael Jordan.
Devin Booker is one of the elite spot-up shooters in the NBA today.
How many championships does he have?
He has
How many?
He has multiple finals appearances.
Okay, cool. How many championships does he have?
None.
Okay. MJ.
I think he has like 4.
6.
Of course. Yeah, of course. I know that he has 6. Everyone knows that Michael Jordan has 6 rings.
Well, then shoot your shot like Michael Jordan. Don't be Devin Booker. That's my hot take.
Oh, yeah. Well, the defensive efficiency ratings in that era weren't as high as they are now anyway.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. Update number 2. I recently posted to this subreddit and quite a few people reached out for an update. So, Reddit friends, I have an update.
Oh, boy.
I have to say, I was somewhat shocked to discover 360 of you are following me, and I've had lots of very kind messages of encouragement, and I've had lots of very kind messages of encouragement and wholesomeness.
Aww.
Good for you. It looks like the internet was on your side. I just wanted to say thank you. I also got lots of requests for an update, and I thought I should wait for more substantial news, but for now, I hope this will suffice. My ex-husband has decided to tell everyone that I am pregnant and that I have destroyed his family. Sick.
Yeah.
His mom even came to my parents' place to beg me to see reason for her grandchild. I am not pregnant.
Ooh.
There is no baby. And there never has been. I have avoided social media and I rarely use it, but apparently I'm being dragged hard. I really don't care at this point. Good for you, OP. Just let that roll right off you. Your ex is a scumbag.
Like a rock in a river.
It will be obvious there is no baby soon enough. I've had lots of support from my friends, though, and they have been backing my corner whenever needed. I've also heard that he's been celebrating his freedom from his, quote, boring dead marriage. Buddy, you were the boring dead guy sitting on the couch every night with a beer in your hand.
Yeah.
Projection.
He's going to feel good now,
projection.
but like a month or two from now, he's going to be like...
Oh, there's no way he feels good right now. That is a lie.
Oh, he's masking it with this. Like, keep going.
That is a straight up lie. There's no way.
He's masking it.
He's been celebrating his freedom from his, quote, boring dead marriage, partying hard with lots of photo evidence. I even had a message from an unknown number to say he had slept with a woman or two in Amsterdam on a stag he'd been on a few years ago.
Cool.
Oh, so that's cool. Find out that your husband was also cheating on you.
Ooh.
Nice. So you've got nothing to regret.
Yikes.
Who knows? Seems I'm learning a lot. The messages begging me to come back have also stopped since my running away with the baby escapades. Anyway, enough about him. And for those of you who are wondering, I'm in therapy. Good for you, OP. I would need therapy if I was going through all this. Always have been throughout this entire saga. Also, when I told Brad everything, I had asked him numerous times to please stop drinking because it was important, and he refused.
Wow.
I didn't purposefully wait for him to get wasted beforehand. I digress. Janine invited me over for dinner at her place the other night. I haven't seen much of her the last week with all that's been going on, and I had a few days off from work to sort some stuff out. So this was the first chance I'd had a proper catch-up with her.
Uh-oh.
I decided to tell her how I felt.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, in an ideal world, I would have liked to have taken even more time to allow things to unfold organically over time. I know jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire is not ideal, and yes, I agree, I do need time to figure out who and what I like and am. But time is not on my side at this point, and I don't want to live the rest of my life thinking, what if?
Yep.
Yeah. And so I wrote her a letter.
Oh, wow.
I was extremely nervous, and she could tell. She could tell in the letter? She asked me what was up, and I took a few big gulps of wine and asked her if she would mind if I read something to her. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay, so she wrote the letter, but she was going to read it in person.
Yeah.
She agreed. My hands were literally shaking, and for some reason, I got really choked up, but I took some deep breaths and got through it. The gist of it was, I thanked her for all the support and kindness she had shown me over the last 7 months,
wow,
and for showing me that I deserved so much more than what I was settling for. Damn, very well put.
Wow.
I also said that I really wanted her to be happy, and no matter what she decided to do or where she decided to go, I just wanted her to find her happiness because she deserves it. And no matter what, she would always be welcome in my life, and I hoped we would always remain great friends.
Aww.
I told her that I wished I had more time, however, I needed to tell her... I told her that I wished I had more time, however, I needed to tell her something because if I didn't, I would always regret it.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, butterflies! I explained that she had made more of an impact on my life than she could have ever imagined, and that I might be wildly missing the mark here, but that I had feelings for her. Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, boy.
I told her that I wasn't sure if I was just blinded by her kindness and love because I had been so starved of it. However, for me, it felt very real.
Uh-oh.
I apologized if I had completely got the wrong idea, and regardless of whether she felt something in return, I would be completely at peace whatever she decided. I will forever be grateful for the lessons our friendship has taught me and the growth that it has allowed me to start my new chapter.
Okay,
this has been the greatest gift.
Okay, get on with it. Say it.
When I finished reading, I could literally feel my heartbeat in my head and my hands were trembling. I finally plucked up the courage to meet her gaze, and her eyes were filled with tears.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she gave me a huge hug and said that was the nicest thing anyone had ever said. And we both just cried for a bit.
Aw.
Oh God, I hope she doesn't go, but
yeah.
I kept saying over and over, It's fine if you don't feel the same way because I started to feel unbelievably vulnerable. I mean, yeah, because you just laid out your entire heart on a piece of paper. She kept hugging me and then made enough distance between us so we could make eye contact. And she said, well, this really complicates things because I feel the same way.
Yo.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
You shot your shot. Let's go.
And it swished. Michael Jordan.
Say it.
Game 7.
Yep.
That's the sound of it.
What's up.
Nothing but net. I literally thought my heart was going to burst. We hugged a bit more and made a few silly jokes to cut the emotion back. Reddit, I was a mess.
Oh.
By the way, you can join us live on YouTube every weekday at 3 p.m. PST. Just tap our profile. We don't care if you're a mess. We just want you here.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's awesome. Always shoot your shot.
This is the best thing ever. Yeah, this is a lesson in, and if you feel something real and you really feel it, don't just stifle it, even if it's really scary, because that is horrifying.
You miss 1,000% of the shots you don't take.
You miss every shot.
So good for her. That's awesome that she did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope Janine getting her out of this dead marriage.
All right, let's finish this off. Comparing notes, it looked like she had developed a crush at a similar time, but also never wanted to overstep any boundaries. So when anything related to Brad came up, she steered well clear and would remain unbiased.
Nice.
And always tried to encourage him to join us on any outings and etc.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
so she had feelings for you the whole time.
And she's emotionally mature.
And she was respectful enough to not be like, I'm not going to try to poison her marriage just because I have a crush on her.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
She also said that when her ex got back in touch to try and get back together, she was very tempted to go as her feelings for me were getting stronger, and she never thought I would be interested as sorry, hold on, let me just she also said when her ex got back in touch to try and get back together, she was very tempted to go as her feelings for me were getting stronger.
Wow.
And she never thought I would be interested being straight and coming out of a marriage. She saw leaving as a good opportunity to make that space from her feelings. Yeah, it's got to be hard to be like, wow, I have a crush on this straight woman who's married.
Yeah.
And being like, I should probably just go because that's going to like torment me.
Yeah, haunt me.
Wow, so Janine got a happy ending too.
Let's go.
Janine everybody got the perfect ending in this story. That's amazing. She also said that deep down, she doesn't want to go back to her ex as there is a lot of pain there. When Janine's dad died suddenly, Kay, her ex, wouldn't come to the UK to support her, which she doesn't think she can forgive her for. She also doesn't feel ready to leave her remaining family for a long while, if ever.
Okay.
It was truly a beautiful, wonderful evening. We basically sat up chatting for the rest of it, which quite a few tears and lots of hugs. We agreed to take things extra, extra slow. This is super new territory for me, and she respects I have a lot going on, as does she. She is soon to be leaving work as it's a temp job, but she has something else lined up. She invited me for our first proper date next week. I am so excited. We've been messaging nonstop. I literally feel like a giddy teenager.
Wow.
Once again, thank you, Reddit, for everything. The responses from the posts gave me a lot of courage and so much help. Thank you. And that is the end of that story.
It worked out.
Wow.
That's crazy.
When your work bestie becomes your work wife.
Whoa.
And you lose your lame husband in the process.
So you can't have a work wife actually become your wife.
Yeah.
Moral of the story.
Wow. She became... That is a lot for OP.
That is a lot for OP. That's going to take a lot of therapy. I'm already glad you're in therapy, though.
Yeah. She was already in therapy the whole time.
Yeah.
From the get-go. I'm glad.
Dude, I don't have anything else to say. That worked out great. Everything she did.
Yeah.
That's textbook right there.
That was one of the best endings I think I've ever seen on the show so
How
far.
to leave your marriage for your work wife.